Yeah, we're previewing UFC 328, Strickland versus Chimaev.
Let's go!
Let's go. Where are we going? Let's go see AJ. There he is. AJ!
What's up, my homie?
How are you, man?
Not bad, Smokey. What happened to your Expos? You had the Expos on earlier, and now you put it to the Nick Diaz shirt? You changed?
What?
For the show? You had the
I was
Expos
wearing a hoodie
man.
before when I was talking to you, and I took it off because it was too hot. Too hot.
I keep telling you, I'm talking to the guy who wants to bring the Expos back to Montreal. Like, I'm talking to him on a regular basis.
Nice.
He's now my new Facebook friend.
Nice.
Yapping with him on LinkedIn, you know. Man, he's the closest thing to bringing back the Expos, man. Ashkan.
Hey.
Guy is the CEO of Watch Mojo. Remember that?
Yeah.
Watch Mojo, the YouTube kind of. Yeah, so he's the owner.
Yeah.
He's doing a great
aware
job,
of him.
man.
I'm aware of him, AJ,
Are
and
you?
I'm following
okay.
what he's doing. And I wish him the
Okay.
best if he can bring a baseball team back. Look, as far as I'm concerned, he's the only guy trying.
Only guy, man.
So go for it, man. I hope he's successful. Yeah.
Look, he's putting a lot of effort into it, you know, like the stats and the money. I mean, he's really he's doing a great job up to this point.
Look, man,
Let's
you're
hope
not going to find bigger baseball guys than me. I love baseball. You know me. So, yeah, I'm for it 100%. I'm for baseball. I'm for baseball being available in my hometown. That'd be nice. That would be very nice.
We need it back, man. It's been tough without the Expos.
You know what the best
Montreal's
part of
been in a slump.
baseball coming back to Montreal would be?
Hot dogs.
The Yankees coming to town once in a while. That would be tremendous.
Ooh. Yeah, but would they be in the American League, the Expos?
Oh, I hope so. AL East with the Blue Jays and the Yankees. That'd be fun. Oh, that'd be fun. You know, if the Expos wound up in the American League East, if there was like a new Expos, I don't know if I would root for them right away. I think it might take time for me to warm up to that team because I'm so diehard Yankees at this point. It's hard for me to switch.
Well, you can have two, right? You can have the American side and the Canadian side.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
could
if
do
I
that.
had, if they were in the National League, it'd be a little different. But if they were in the same division, I don't know.
It's hard, dude. I know.
I don't know. It'd be tough to just.
But it would
switch.
make much more interesting for baseball for the Expos, anyways.
Yes.
You know, getting into the American League. You know, we get to play the Blue Jays, we get to play the Yankees.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love it.
Yep,
I would love it.
Johnny's right, man.
Dream come true.
we should get that guy Ashkan on our show, man.
Yeah,
talk a little MMA, talk a little UFC, and then a lot of Expos.
Yeah, maybe we can get him to put in a bid for WrestleMania, brother, or the Royal Rumble at least. You know, I think that would be
Could do
fun.
that. He's got
big
the cash.
WWE event here, like a really big one. I think there's a market for that. Anyways, we're here to talk about MMA.
Yeah.
There's a big MMA event this weekend, AJ. It's called UFC 328. It features Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev. Right now, oddsmakers have Khamzat as a massive favorite, minus 800. Sean Strickland, the former middleweight champion of the world who unseated Israel Adesanya, he is the plus 500 underdog. The American Strickland, the Chechenian Khamzat Chimaev. And there was a lot of talk, AJ. I don't know if you caught the press conference earlier today, but it was...
I caught parts of it, and it was crazy.
Wild. It was wild, and we'll play a little bit of that for you, right? Should we?
That would be great, yeah.
It was a little bananas. And, of course, the fight is big time coming up on Saturday. It is a big middleweight title fight. It's a very good fight being put on by the UFC. They also have a very competitive flyweight championship bout in the co-main event. The champion Joshua Van taking on Japanese-born Tatsuro Taira. That one at 125 pounds. Van looking to defend the title for the first time against Taira. Alexander Volkov and Waldo Cortez Acosta do battle at heavyweight. Sean Brady, Joaquin Buckley, a pretty solid welterweight fight there. And King Green, formerly Bobby Green, taking on Jeremy Stevens, two veterans of the UFC, longtime MMA fighters. Going to open up the main card on pay-per-view here in Canada on Paramount Plus over in the States. And then a bunch of fights here on the prelims that I'm sure we'll get to a couple of them when we do our parlays. I see a T-Bug Gautier taking on Osman Diaz. That's a good fight. Jim Miller and Jared Gordon. That's a fun one for the locals in New Jersey. Two local guys, Miller from Jersey and Gordon from Queens, New York, but pretty close.
Isn't Pat Sabatini on the card too from New Jersey?
I
think Pat Sabatini is on there.
Pat Sabatini taking on William Gomez.
He's a good fighter, man.
Sabatini technically from Philadelphia, which is close to New Jersey.
I thought he was from Jersey. Yeah, I thought he was a Jersey boy.
I mean, he might live in New Jersey.
we saw Pat
Philly.
Sabatini fight here in Montreal, right?
At one point. It's right there.
No, dude, they're not the same, man. Yeah, but they're not the same. I've been to Philly.
Is what I'm saying. You could
it's
work
close,
in Philadelphia and live in New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not the same type of people. It's like comparing, let me take a good, Le Coupe Longueuil with guys from Point St. Charles. Two different worlds, man. Or NDG. C'est pas le même.
No. But, it's close is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are you saying geographically
close.
It's not close? Because that would be...
No, geographically it's close, but I'm just saying it's like two different types of, two different communities, man. Jersey boys are very different than the Philly boys. And I'm talking from a Canadian standpoint when I've been down there, like, many times. I love Philly, man. I love Philadelphia, but I must say I kind of like Jersey more. Hey, and tonight's the final, man. Isn't tonight the finale for the Jersey boys? It's their last hurrah, I think, tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know the Jersey boys?
I have no idea
Jersey
what
Shore?
you're talking about.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
You don't know Jersey Shore, man?
I know about the Jersey Shore. I know about the situation. What do you... I saw them at
I thought
UFC
it was like they had a...
What? What about them?
I thought they're having like one last show. I thought it was tonight.
Haven't they had one
Talking
last
about
show
Jersey.
like many times already?
I don't know, man. I think there's another last of the last shows.
Okay.
Tonight.
Well, the Philadelphia Flyers are playing hockey right now in the playoffs against the Carolina Hurricanes. That's something from Philadelphia. I'll give you that.
If Johnny's on, he's caring about one team and one team only. And that's the Montreal Canadiens, bud. We got through. We didn't do so well yesterday. Yeah, they were tired, I think. They're a fast team, Buffalo. Buffalo is fast. But the Canadiens are actually a younger team. Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're a younger team. And, it's about time that we got hype in Montreal. Like, you're walking the streets, everybody's like, on the buzz, people wearing Canadian shirts. Like, it's finally looking like that winning city again. If we could get rid of the language laws and the potholes and all the rest,
here we go.
Montreal would be number one again.
Politician AJ is
wishful. That's right.
Here he goes.
Thank you very much. Vote for me in 4 years from now.
Okay, we'll see about that. Yeah, I was at the watch party. Johnny got me tickets. He got extra tickets for the watch party for the Game 7 there at the Bell Center. I went with my brother. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, man, you should put it up. Show people how it was, just a party.
It was good.
Without the team on the ice. They were watching it at the Bell Center. I think there was, 12,000 fans, if not more?
More than that, I would say. It was sold out. It was completely sold out.
It was sold out. So, wow. So, like
20,000.
That's impressive, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, it's 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Johnny's up. He's on the beat. Jersey Shore family vacation ends tonight. The Jersey boys.
Okay.
And girls.
Well, I didn't know that. Is it what? I had no idea.
Lucky you're talking to AJ, man. AJ's up to the beat on that. This wasn't even planned.
I would guess. I think you might be surprised. I think I could out Jersey Shore you, AJ. I think I might be able.
No, I'm sure you can.
As far as
you can. I'm just saying it's like they're old now.
I think I could name more of the cast than you could. I don't think you
100%.
can name all the people on Jersey Shore. I don't even think you can name more than 3.
No, I can't.
Yeah, so what are you talking about?
I know Snooki.
Yeah.
But no, I like the characters, but I just don't remember
the
the
names.
names.
Know Snooki's real name.
Whoa, she has a real name?
Yeah, of course she has a real name. You think her birth name is Snooki with no last
Hey,
name?
don't fool around, man. You never give the real name, Dave, in Jersey.
Nicole
Let me
Polizzi.
get my,
She
where's
gives
my
it all
Polly?
the time. What are you talking about? You don't know anything, AJ.
Where is it?
You don't know nothing about
There we
Nicole
go.
Polizzi, bro.
Talk about a real. Talk about from Jersey, man.
What do you know about Michael the Situation Sorrentino? Nothing, bro.
He came to Montreal. He came to Montreal. Listen,
time.
he did, but he came to Montreal a few times. He loves Montreal. He's been to the Dome. He's been to the Vatican and back in the days when it was around.
Care. I've lost interest in this. I don't care about these Jersey Shore people and what.
Well, tonight is the final
I
vacation, man.
The rest of America has lost interest in the Jersey Shore. Okay.
Well, not for Sean Strickland, man. We're on the Jersey thing, man. It's all Strickland weekend.
Listen,
I'm going to tell you something.
Threw a kick at Sean Strickland during their face-off today.
Did he? He got under him.
He kicked him.
Sean Strickland is doing exactly what he wants to do. Did he get him at least?
Yeah, he kind of kicked him in the leg.
Listen, man, that little audio that I listened to, today that you sent me.
Here they are.
He's a big boy, Sean Strickland. Look at him.
Yep.
Got a massive head. Look at the size of his head.
Oh,
he did a front kick at him.
He's talking real big. He's talking like he wants to go up to light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Look how many guys.
But Khamzat fought at 170, not that long ago.
Dude, look how many people are holding back Strickland. There's one little short guy. 2, 3.5 people holding back Khamzat, and there's about 6 holding back Sean Strickland. If size matters, I'm telling you, Dave, this all comes down to look at this. Even a cop. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, cops were there and
4,
everything.
5.
It was crazy.
There are 5 guys holding back 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys to 3.5 guys. And don't look at the bald guy. The bald guy's still holding the microphone. So 3.5 men for Khamzat and 6. Well, there was one that was pretty bald there. The guy from Captain Picard. But I was going to say, look, that video today of them going back and forth and it got really messy. There was something that was said that kind of made me sway one way.
Okay.
Look who it is.
Yeah.
Look who it is. The cutie.
Tell me what
brings our ratings up every time she comes.
Let's listen to Sean Strickland and Khamzat Chimaev. Let's hear that.
Okay.
Hold on.
I can't hear.
Fucking heathens over. I'm an American. I know how to be a fucking man. You see how they put my fans over here? You see those fucking heathens over here? You shouldn't even be allowed in this fucking country. You guys are the definition of fucking dog shit. And you need to get the fuck out of America and stop ruining it. Oh, yeah.
Who are you talking to? That's America. America love me, bro. Nobody loves you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
All of these guys love me. Nobody loves you. Only your daddy loves you.
Let me tell you about this
He
fucking
beats you up.
pussy.
I ain't gonna beat you up, too.
Let me tell you about this fucking pussy. Why I call him a coward.
Hey, we
Why
don't
I
need
call him a
legal
coward.
problem. Listen to
You're making fun of child abuse. This is why you're a fucking
tell the
animal.
people like you daddy
And
beat
you're a
you up.
fucking bitch.
Cry
You'll
here
never
now.
be a fucking American.
Cry here now.
You are a fucking
You're gonna
coward.
cry, bitch.
You are a fucking
Gonna cry,
coward.
bitch.
Yeah, fuck you,
Sit
bitch.
down, shut up.
Yeah, you're a fucking whore.
Gonna sit
Shut
down
up.
and shut up.
Hey, don't make
Gonna sit down and
call
shut
your
up.
daddy Kadyrov.
Gonna sit
You're
down
gonna let
and
him
shut
choke
up.
you out for a fucking
All right,
G-Wagon.
what you gonna
Fuck
do?
you.
Fuck you.
That's what a fucking bitch looks like, guys.
Fuck you,
fucking
bitch.
This man was stuck off Cordero for a G-Wagon.
Hey,
Fuck him.
you should cry.
whore.
You should cry now. It's not my problem, you poor bitch.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't have
because
a
I didn't
G-Wagon.
go stuck up.
I want all cars I need it because I'm rich. You poor bitch.
Yeah,
Gonna be
Oh,
a
this is
fucking
what struck
whore.
me.
It
I
comes
would
from
never
it's gonna
whore
be
myself
homeless.
out like you did.
After
back
this
to
life,
that
you're
shit
gonna be
and go
homeless
fuck off
in
over there, you
the streets
faggot.
in Vegas.
Who's got the next question?
Whoa. Wow. I want to hear the question. Damn, that was intense. That was more intense than Connor. That was more intense than, I'm trying to think who else, man. Jake Paul, Chael Sonnen. That was intense. And I'm going to tell you something, Dave. something struck me there. There was a couple of things that were said that it goes just beyond a fight. And this is what I took from it tonight when I was like analyzing it and listening to it again. I said to myself, something in there is striking a chord with Strickland. Something that was said, and then I realized it. I said Strickland brought up something that's very, very deep and something that's very, very emotional for him, something that is factual, where he was talking about, child sexual abuse. And that you can see the intensity, like right there was, it's do or die in a sense. I could see it in his face, see it in his eyes.
But against him is a little wild. But Strickland is also saying some stuff back to him that's also wild. No, neither man is right in this situation. They're both saying some things that are pretty out of pocket. And, this is kind of what we expected fight week. And they had a lot of security and a lot of police. And I just wanted to play the clip because this is what, a big fight in the UFC looks like these days. With two very volatile personalities. When you have two guys like this is the kind of stuff that you're going to get. And it's, it's intense. I think it's some wild stuff on both sides. I think it's very funny that Sean Strickland keeps calling him Kadyrov, like he's talking about some guy named Cordero. He's not. He's talking about Kadyrov. But he's just not pronouncing it anywhere near correctly. He keeps saying Kadyrov, and I'm like, who's he talking about? I'm like, oh, he means Ramzan Kadyrov, the warlord leader of Chechnya, who hangs out with Khamzat and chokes out Khamzat for pictures and videos to prop himself up as this strongman leader, and Khamzat, gets cars and stuff out of it, and that's why he's calling him a whore for Kadyrov. And I'm like, who is Kadyrov? And I'm like, is he talking about former Expo Will Cordero? No, he's talking about Ramzan Kadyrov, AJ. I had to piece that out watching the press conference. Like, who's Strickland talking about? Oh, he's just grossly mispronouncing the dictator's name. But, point taken there. Point for Strickland on bringing that up. Just, it'd be better if you could say the guy's name a little closer so the world could maybe Google it and figure out what the hell we're talking about. But, Ramzan Kadyrov, warlord leader of Chechnya, big buddy of Khamzat Chimaev, gives him monies and who knows what else,
But listen, they'll get it right now. They'll listen to Ringside Report and finally figure out who the hell Cordero is. I thought, too. I was like, what is he talking about? The Expo guy? Or ex-mayor of Montreal?
Because I will tell you, it is Ramzan Kadyrov, evil man, leader of Chechnya, best friend of Khamzat, hanging out with him. Look at this, hanging out somewhere holy. Look at him with scary guys in masks behind him. This is a scary man. And he hangs out with Khamzat and has been hanging out with Khamzat for a very, very long time. For many, many occasions. Look, Kadyrov gifts Mercedes Maybach to UFC champion Khamzat Chimaev. This is what Sean Strickland is talking about. And I know a lot of you are unaware of this, but that's why it's good to point these evil bastards out. Look at him getting off private plane to hang out with Ramzan, who's super evil. All these guys have also taken money and done visits with this evil man, John Jones, Justin the Gaethje, Henry Cejudo, Justin Gaethje, who's supposed to be friend to America, representing America at White House. However, he takes money from evil Chechen dictator Ramzan Kadyrov. I hope Ilya Topuria shows him what a real American is all about for great leader Donald Trump. Thank you.
Crazy, man. Like, this looks like, when you're talking about all this, like, to be honest, it almost seems like some kind of storybook from Marvel. Like something like being designed for Marvel. But it's real, man. This is fact. Yeah. This is not a joke.
No.
Like, it's insane, man. We're talking like crazy, I guess, bad power in a sense.
Bad power
involved in sports. I don't want to say too much. I want to.
He is, man. He's a bad man.
I'm trying to hold my breath.
Warlord dictator who runs Chechnya. He is a bad guy. And
listen,
Khamzat
I just want to get back.
However, Khamzat has family in that country. Look, on Khamzat's defense, he's got family in the country. He wants to keep them safe. This guy wants to hang out with you. When he calls you up and says, hey, come hang out with me, you go, okay, I guess, and he wants to give you cars and he wants to be your best friend. And you do this because you don't want to say, no, screw you, dude, you're a bad dude, because then some of your family members get disappeared, So in his defense, they're all kind of prisoners of this guy, and they have to do what he says to a certain extent. But Khamzat does, his appearing with him and all that does prop him up in his own country as a, strong man.
Crazy, man. This is crazy shit. But listen, hear me out on where I was trying to get at before, where things swayed me. It wasn't only about the child sexual abuse that really, pinched the nerve in Strickland, but it was the fact where what bothered me most about Khamzat was when he was talking about how rich he was and how many cars he has. And the thing is that he's so rich.
Off the blood of his people.
Off the blood of his people. But Sean Strickland is super poor.
It is, though.
He's
it really
poor.
is.
He's poor. But going back to that, I thought about it and I said, just the emotion coming out of Sean Strickland, if he had a choice to destroy Khamzat and still remain poor or make a lot of money and lose, he would take the fact that he'd remain poor. This guy right now, a nerve has been pinched, man, and he wants to fight Khamzat, and he doesn't care about the money. I saw it in his eyes, dude, and that's what scares me. I'm telling you, this is going to be a different fight all of a sudden as of tonight. My meter went one way, even though he's the major underdog. And let's not forget about Sean Strickland. Strickland is like, he's a very strange fighter. He's got like great boxing defense, great takedown defense. And I know he's going up against Khamzat, but I just think right now it goes just beyond the professional sport. I think that the police have to be around ringside when this fight is going on, because I have a feeling they better get their tase guns out. I hope there's no like bullets or rubber bullets, but I'm telling you, this is going to be a messier fight, in my opinion, than it was with Conor and Khabib. This is going to be messy, dude. I can see it happening. This is not just a fight. I don't think they're just hamming it up. Like, a lot of fighters do that just to bring up, the interest in the fight for that Saturday night or Friday night or whatever. I think this is legit. That child, abuse thing that came up, that became a dangerous territory. Yeah. And just the fact that he's rich, it makes me think is that Sean Strickland is not fighting for the money. Of course he's going to make money, but I think he's gone further than that. I think he's telling you, I'm not joking around. AJ jokes around, but I think Saturday night we need security, and we need to be security around that ring to jump in, because if someone doesn't stop from a tap or something, it could be a fight that could really hurt the sport if something gets like really out of control. If you know what I'm trying to say, Dave. It could happen, right?
Yeah, we've seen things get out of control after the fight, before the fight. Fight week's not over. Things could get out of hand for sure, but I'm hoping we just get the fight done and everything works out. Now, you talked about Strickland and what you're seeing. I'm seeing Strickland as a guy cornered, mad, hate-filled, does not like Khamzat Chimaev, but I see that there's like a part of him when Khamzat is talking that I feel like knows how tough a fight this is going to be, and perhaps he is walking into a loss. It's going to be a very tough fight for Strickland, and I feel like part of him knows that. He has trained with Khamzat before. He has felt what Khamzat is about. Khamzat seems very confident. Strickland is being very insulting toward Khamzat in many ways, but not really towards his fighting style, saying he's a tough guy, saying that he's good at fighting, but he's a bad man, he's a bad person, he's a whore, he's this and he's that. But Khamzat is saying, I'm going to smash this guy, I'm going to do this, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to do this and that. Khamzat is speaking very confidently about what he's going to do. Strickland is speaking more confidently about who Khamzat is. And that, to me is kind of telling of, especially the press conference today. It felt very much like, oh, Strickland knows he's in for a tough one, and one he may not come out on the winning end of. And the odds makers are looking that way as well. Like I started the show here, -800 Khamzat Chimaev, +500 Sean Strickland. And that's kind of where I see it. I feel like this is going to be very one-sided for Khamzat. He's been very dominant in the UFC. I think he's only getting better. He completely one-side beat down Dricus du Plessis. And I know people were upset with that fight, and they said it was boring and whatever. But I think, you know, when a guy is playing defense on the ground and just trying to survive, and you just repeatedly take him down like Khamzat did, there's only so much you can do. And I think Dricus just played a very defensive fight, and Khamzat wasn't able to find an opening to finish it off. It may be the same thing with Sean Strickland. It may be a totally different fight. Strickland hasn't been tapped in the UFC. He hasn't really been dominated as far as, being totally out-wrestled and out-grappled before. And that's what Khamzat does. So I think stylistically, Strickland poses some tough questions for Khamzat. Like, how does he get past the jab and the teep? Strickland is very long. Like, I'm not fully convinced that Khamzat wins. I'm not as convinced as Khamzat seems to be, but I do think Khamzat wins. Like, I'm siding with Khamzat, but like you said, AJ, Strickland is awkward. He's got a weird style, and he's tough for people to deal with. And until you're dealing with Fight Night Sean Strickland, all that training and sparring years ago is, it's basically meaningless. And Strickland looked incredible in his last fight. It looked like the best version of Sean Strickland we've ever seen. So, yeah, it's very good fight. Like a very good fight. I'm anticipating this one on Saturday. We're going to do a watch along for it. I'm hyped for that, AJ. Can't wait to see you, hang out with you on Saturday. It's going to be good. And we're going to watch these fights. We're going to watch these fights. I don't think... And, I'm hyped for a big-time main event on a Saturday night. This is a big-time main event. I think Khamzat wins. And, I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Khamzat wins in, a knockdown, drag-out war where they just beat the hell out of each other. And Khamzat comes out on top on points. I don't think he finishes Strickland. Strickland's very tough. I think Khamzat wins by decision. I think he gets some key takedowns, but I don't think they come as easily as they have in the past. I think Strickland's takedown defense holds up to a certain extent, but I think Khamzat can win a round or two with some key takedowns.
Yeah,
I think Khamzat's wrestling will help him win the fight. But I think Strickland may put him in some danger with the stand-up, for sure.
Yeah. It's not going to be a boring fight, that's for sure. And, you can't, completely not look at Strickland and say that he doesn't have a chance. This guy has a legitimate chance. Mm-hmm. He's a rockhead. I keep saying that, there's certain fighters that are rockhead. Yeah. Nick Diaz, as your shirt, is one of them. I mean, these guys, you got to, literally kill them to keep them down because they bounce right back up. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing with Sean Strickland. And I'm telling you, this fight has a different meaning to him after, this whole conference. I think it sparked something in Strickland. I saw it in his eyes, and I know the guy can back it up. I mean, this guy has the highest takedown defense in middleweight history. That's what most people don't realize. And if Khamzat is not able to take him down and control that fight, I don't think he could outbox Strickland. And the difference with Strickland and Khamzat is that Khamzat takes one strike per minute, on average, where Sean Strickland will take 5 hits per minute. The guy's able to absorb it. Now that's the thing with Strickland. He's going to come out with his Philly stance or his Philly shell, whatever you want to call it. He comes in with that defense, and he knows how to rock the boat, man. He's got great striking. He's very accurate, and he's resilient. And he's not going to back up. He's always going to come forward. So if Khamzat is not able to do what he does to take this guy to the ground, because his grappling is phenomenal, but you're going up against Strickland, where most people don't realize that his takedown is the highest in middleweight history. There's a reason that Strickland is up there. He's 30-7? The guy is literally a veteran in a sense in this organization.
Oh, for sure. He's a veteran. He's got 37 pro fights. He's 35 years old. He's a former champion. He's been in the UFC for over 10 years. He's been in the UFC since 2014.
And he's 35 right now. He's right at the pinnacle of his fight career. And he's getting better. Like, he's gotten better. And in his last fight proved it. Yep. I'm telling you, either I'm going with emotion or I'm going with what I felt and saw tonight. There's one thing that I always remember in fighting or grappling. It's one thing is when you're locked in, you don't care about the gold medal. You don't care about the silver medal. If it's something that's really going to propel you, if it's something that you're fighting against someone who's really the reason, he might be the face of everybody that took him down in his life. And I have a feeling that Strickland on Saturday night is looking at Khamzat as being the boogeyman that bothered him his whole life. And that's the thing. I think the emotions are riding high. I think Khamzat is taking it not as serious as he should. It looks like he's serious, but I think when he starts pulling out the money thing, it showed to me that, you know what, Strickland will go in there and fight Khamzat for not even $1. And that's the difference. I think the emotions are there. I'm swaying my way. I think this is going to be the biggest upset in UFC history. And I think the first loss on Khamzat's career is coming on Saturday night. I think Sean Strickland is going to take him apart. I think he's not going to be able to carry him. If it goes further into the rounds and Khamzat doesn't have that cardio to back it up, I think Strickland, that rockhead, is gonna do what he does, and he's gonna win this fight. He might even be able to win this fight by stoppage. I can see it going the distance, but I think there's a lot of emotion behind Strickland, and I think this is going to be the biggest upset in UFC history coming up on Saturday night. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, man, but I feel it.
No, it doesn't at all. It doesn't sound crazy at all to me. I could see that. Like, I see this fight going a little bit like the Gilbert Burns fight for Khamzat, where it was wild, and he took damage and Gilbert Burns took damage, but Khamzat got tired. And you could see the pace got to him. And that was a 3-round fight. And I wonder what would happen if that were a 5-round fight. And I could see Strickland outpacing him. And in rounds 4 and 5, putting it to him, getting Khamzat in trouble and putting him away. I can see Strickland getting a TKO in rounds 4 or 5 for sure. Like, that doesn't sound crazy to me, man. That's why it's a very interesting fight, because I could see it going a number of ways. But I could also see Strickland starting to put it on him, and then Khamzat shooting for a double, landing it, and then getting on top of Strickland, and Strickland not able to get him off of him. And then Khamzat, survives and wins the round that way. Which we've seen a lot of, man, where it's like, I'm getting hit. Boom, change levels, shoot for a takedown, get it. Stay on top, control for like 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes, whatever it is. Land some strikes from the top, win on points, and move on to the next round. Like, I think Khamzat has the ability to do that. I think he's going to land on Strickland. I think Strickland's going to land on him. I think it's going to be a fun fight. But I think what's going to clinch it is the wrestling of Khamzat Chimaev, which has been clinching it for him his whole career. And I think he's going to be able to land those key takedowns on Strickland and win that fight. But if he's not able to, look out. Look out, right? I mean, could be over for Khamzat. So I'm going with Khamzat for the win. But I'm very excited about this fight. I don't know if I'm betting this fight. I don't think I would put money on this. Like, I'm putting money on Ilia Topuria to beat Justin Gaethje. I'm, convinced that's happening. But Khamzat, I don't know about this. Strickland is dangerous, and Strickland, there's a lot of emotion in this fight for both guys. They both seem very emotional. So, yeah, I'll be watching.
And it's only Thursday night, man. I'm hyped. It's only Thursday night. Let's see what happens tomorrow, and then we'll see, if the emotions start running higher by Saturday night, which I think they will. I think tomorrow is going to be a crazy night. Let's hope nothing happens in the hotel. Hopefully, the teams don't. That's what I'm telling you. It's not just about the two fighters. It's about everybody that's involved. Because if if Khamzat threw a kick tonight at Sean, I mean, there's something behind that. I mean, he lost his cool. Khamzat is usually pretty cool, but for him to throw that kick, I'm telling you, they have to have security on these guys like 24/7, man. 24/7.
Yeah.
It's not a joke, man. Because you know what?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't
something
see
happens, this whole card could be
on the press conference stage very often, right? You don't see cops there.
No, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, is that they need police presence like through the hotel and wherever for the next couple of days, man. And including on fight night. They need to be there because, I don't think the ref is going to be able to handle it alone if something gets like out of control. I just got this weird feeling about this fight. More than Conor and Khabib, man.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll be fun to watch Saturday, right? No matter what happens, it'll be interesting.
It's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah. Okay, well,
or it could turn around to be a dud. It could turn around to be a dud, dude, and we're all like, "Oh, the hype is not there." But I doubt it. Something is like there's too much.
Yeah.
There's too much emotions behind this, man. Not only for the two fighters, but through their circle of teammates and friends, if you want to call them.
Guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Very different fan base. The fan bases are not happy with each other.
No, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of Khamzat's fan base, come from the same places Khamzat comes from,
Right.
And they share a lot of the same culture that Khamzat has, and Sean Strickland is attacking that, and a lot of Sean Strickland fans are happy with Sean Strickland attacking that, and a lot of Khamzat's fans are not happy with that, and so those two fan bases, it's just a good idea they didn't do this fight at the White House, right? Isn't this a good move that they did this here in Jersey instead of at the White House? I think people were calling for Khamzat to fight at the White House. Probably best that they didn't.
Well, you know what? I was thinking and I was hoping that this would be on that card.
Khamzat
No,
said,
what did he say now?
What
What didn't he say?
Well, I'll play
about Trump or something?
One clip that will prove to you that Khamzat Chimaev is not the guy to be fighting at the White House. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is funny to me.
Controversial comments about Khamzat Chimaev, calling him things like a Chechen whore, a terrorist, and making jokes about his.
I am terrorist for him. I am. I'm gonna take off his head. I'm gonna kill him. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't.
I didn't hear
at the
that
White House
part.
wouldn't fly. I don't think.
Jokes about his.
I am terrorist for him. I am. I'm gonna take off his head.
I am a terrorist.
I'm gonna kill him.
I am.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. I don't know why
Who the
he had
hell
to
is
drop
it?
the Allahu Akbar there. It's like, I am a terrorist. By the way, Allahu Akbar. It's like, hey, that's kind of what, it's what we say on the. It's like, wait, what are you trying to say about
crazy,
your religion, Khamzat? Like, chill, bro. Why you got to say that? Why you got to drop the Akbar? Why you got to drop the double A's?
It's crazy, man. And then the reporter repeats like the Allah Akbar thing too. I'm like, here we go.
And I'm like, what? What is this? What's
Like
happening?
Allah Akbar. I'm telling you, man. This is like it goes beyond the fight. It's like really like
it's something else.
One of the crusades. Think about a crusade of like the past. Like it's like feeling like that, man.
Look,
there's a lot of.
I'm just glad that I'm not involved in any of what's going on there. All that.
No, we just talk about it. We report it.
And my
man.
people, we're not involved in any of what Sean Strickland and Khamzat are doing. Well, those guys got their own beef, and we're just gonna let them on the sidelines go. Yeah, you have your fun, guys. We're gonna sit here in New York.
We'll just sit back.
You have your fun
and
in Jersey. We're staying in New York.
We'll have some popcorn. We'll just eat, watch it. Let it play out.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have your tasers with you, ready to go, man. Get those tasers. Like
you're frozen.
Did I?
Yeah, like your video froze. I still hear you, but your video is totally frozen. I don't know why.
Because you're talking about the Chechens and you were saying that shit, and there we go. Now it's starting.
They hacked you,
I didn't say anything bad.
Kadyrov
hacked
you,
motherfuckers.
Maybe you should come back.
Here, I'm gonna restart it. Wait, let me restart it.
Yeah.
Wait.
What? What do you say? Wait. What am I waiting for? I like Frozen AJ. He's kind of more fun. Yep. So it's a wild fight promotion for UFC 328. I think AJ's going to come back. Or he'll stay frozen forever. Now I'm just waiting. There's other fights at UFC 328 that we're going to preview here in a minute. You got Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira for the flyweight title. Uh-oh. Did AJ run into some technical glitches here? What's happening? Where's he at? His video froze. I said, I just disconnect, come back, and now... And now... No AJ. Where you at, AJ? There you go. That'll work, right? What happened? What happened to AJ? I'm just going to keep him frozen this whole time. He'll pop up. Taira and Josh Van is the co-main event. Josh Van won this title kind of on a weird technicality when Pantoja's arm popped off. I mean, it didn't actually pop off. It just kind of... He posted wrong and he busted his shoulder. And the fight ended very quickly in the first round. And Van... Where the hell is AJ? I don't understand what happened to AJ. AJ, come back. This is confusing to me. I don't understand. Did I just lose everybody? Fred is not here tonight. Fred is off for the next few Thursdays. He will be back, though. Don't worry about Fred. Fred will be back. Fred should be back with us Saturday night for the UFC 328 watch-along, although... Yeah, he should be. He should be with us. We'll also be doing a Backlash post-show on Saturday because WWE Backlash is Saturday. You've got Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. You've got Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. So AJ is logged in, but I don't see him. So what's the story? Okay. It says he's logged in, but he's not. Well, that doesn't help me very much, does it? I don't actually see him, so I don't know what to do about that information. So Van won the belt over Pantoja. AJ's not even answering me. What is going on? This is annoying. I had AJ with me. We're having a nice talk. And now he's gone. What's happening in the chat? Johnny North is there. What's up, Johnny? You like my towel, Johnny? Got the Canadians towel there for the playoffs for you. All right? That's for you, Johnny North. I don't get it. Where's AJ? Oh, he's texting me now, finally. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. No, that's not him. What is going on? I'd like AJ to come back. Yeah, that doesn't help me either. Let's try just me for a second. It's not finding his camera, he's saying. Well, this is good. AJ's not, I don't know. AJ's having technical issues now. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. That's what happens when you deal with AJ. Sometimes you just lose him. He just disappears. Van and Taira is a tough fight to predict. Van was on a really good win streak before beating Alexander Pantoja. And he was looking good in that Pantoja fight, but it only lasted about 20 seconds. So you really can't take much out of that fight. AJ says he hears me, but he doesn't. No, he sees me, but he doesn't hear me now. Well, what happened, AJ? I don't understand. He was doing the show, and now he's gone. Oh, I see him now. I see you, AJ. I see AJ. AJ, can you hear me? AJ, don't hear me. AJ, I see you. What is going on with AJ? AJ! I don't hear him either. AJ, talk to me. Oh, you can't talk to me. What a total debacle. Once again. I just want to get through this fight card. What is going on? Oh, boy. Okay. Well, it'll be good to get AJ back at some point. I don't know. He says he can't hear me. And he's not talking. So I don't know what's going on. This is good. Might wrap this thing up. I mean, at this point. I wanted to show you Donald Trump's... he showed what the UFC at the White House card is going to look like. I wanted to get AJ's picks for the fight, but if AJ can't hear me, I don't know what the hell just happened. Trump showed the UFC card, what it's going to look like. The stage. He had Topuria, Gaethje, Pereira, and Cyril Gane at the White House this week to promote the White House event. AJ, I hear you. AJ, you hear me? AJ, can you hear me? I hear you. I'm hearing sounds from AJ now. But AJ's still not hearing me? Well, I hear AJ. I now hear AJ, but he's not hearing me still, so something's still wrong. Anyways, AJ can see this. This is what the UFC at the White House is going to look like. They also unveiled some sort of new White House belt that they're going to give out. Kind of a cool UFC, USA 250. Freedom 250 is what they're calling it. So they've got this big dome thing on top of the octagon over here. You can see that'll be in case of rain. It'll be like a tent. And they got all the stands over here. There's the octagon. And you walk out. As you can see here, you'll be able to walk out like they're actually walking out from the White House. And then there'll be a stage going into this thing, which is where the octagon is here. So they're actually going to be walking from the White House into the octagon, which is pretty nuts. So that is what it's going to look like next month, right? June? I think the next UFC pay-per-view is this one. So it's coming up. Pretty wild. It's happening. And AJ still doesn't hear me. I was hearing AJ for a moment, but I wasn't, All right. Well, this is unfortunate. I don't know what happened to AJ.
M-Pow, that's it. That's
AJ, I hear you.
I have the M-Pow.
M-Pow. AJ has M-Pow. I don't know what that means.
Your squat.
He hears squat, he says. Squat is what he hears. I hear him. He don't hear me. So Van and Tyra, very tough fight to predict. I really don't know. Tyra's very good, 26 years old.
Hey, hombre, I can see you, but
has won a bunch of fights.
I feel like Helen Keller.
Yeah. You can't see me.
Yeah, damn right. It's on.
Yeah.
It's Toto.
Okay. Kind
of like how I feel in my last relationship.
All right. I'm going to ditch AJ for now because it's just not working for him. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll get AJ's picks on Saturday before we watch the fights. There'll be some time when we get on Saturday at 9. We'll be on Saturday at 9 to watch the fights with you. We'll break down WWE Backlash as well, everything that happened there. And we will get AJ's picks for the card. I'm going with Joshua Van over Tatsuro Taira. I just like what I've seen from Van a little bit more. He's on a very good win streak. He beat Brandon Royval before beating Alexander Pantoja, and Royval, the only guy to beat Tatsuro Taira. And it wasn't that long ago. It's like a tough fight that another one, I think that could go either way. What do the odds makers have? Taira minus 170, Van plus 130. Yeah, see, I'm going with the underdog Josh Van in this one. I think Van has had a little bit stiffer competition and shown up a little bit more. Van, very young, 24 years old. Taira, 26 years old. Two young guys fighting for a UFC title. Just in comparison, Strickland's 35 and Chimaev's 32. Two guys in their, early mid-30s. Taira and Van in their early to mid-20s, fighting for the UFC flyweight title. I'm going to go with Josh Van in that one. Alexander Volkov taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta. Volkov always game, always dangerous, big, tall, heavyweight out of Russia, 37 years old now. Waldo Cortez Acosta, very powerful guy, 34 years old, out of the Dominican, has won 3 straight fights, all by knockout. Did run into some trouble with Sergey Pavlovich last year, suffered a unanimous decision to him, and I wonder how he stacks up here with Volkov. Odds makers have Volkov minus 150, Waldo plus 120. That's kind of where I'm sitting as well. I think Volkov pulls this one out. Bobby Green, big favorite over Jeremy Stevens, minus 375. Stevens plus 275. Jeremy Stevens has been all over the place. Wasn't he in bare knuckle boxing for a while? He was in the PFL. He was in the UFC for a long time. Then he was in the PFL. I think he had a bare knuckle boxing fight at some point. Yeah, he fought Eddie Alvarez at BKFC. He also fought Mike Perry at BKFC. So he's been everywhere. Now he's back in the UFC. Has lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his last 10 with 1 win and 1 no contest. That's not so good. Is Jeremy Stevens here to lose? I feel like he is. Minus 375, Bobby Green. Sounds about right. Atiba Gautier, a lot of people have a lot of high hopes for him. Minus 1250, the favorite over Ozzy Diaz. Sean Brady, minus 175 over Joaquin Buckley. Yeah, I don't know. I could see Buckley pulling that one off. Buckley's pretty dangerous. Brady lost by knockout in his last fight. If Buckley keeps this fight standing, I think he wins. Brady wants to take this fight to the ground. That's an interesting fight. It's a good welterweight fight on the main card. I'm going with, I think I'm going to go with Buckley with the knockout. And that's UFC 328. We'll get AJ's picks on Saturday. I guess I could give you a quick parlay. Parlay's going to be tricky, I think. Tricky to give you some surefire wins here. Yeah, a lot of fights that I think could go either way. I'll give you a couple. I mean, I like kind of some underdogs, really. I like Josh Van plus 130. I like Joaquin Buckley plus 135. What the hell? AJ's not here. Let me give you the super big parlay instead of AJ. AJ usually gives you the 5-fight parlay. I'll give you one, okay? In honor of AJ, because we couldn't get AJ's mic working after his camera crapped out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in AJ land tonight, but we lost him. Khamzat Chimaev, okay, I'm giving you a super parlay, okay? Dave's super parlay. A little bonus for the night because we lost AJ. Khamzat Chimaev minus 800. It's a 5-fight parlay for UFC 325, the whole main card.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
like
back.
AJ. Oh, he's back? Are you back?
I'm back, man.
Wow. Well, that took a while. Too late, AJ. I'm wrapping the show up. Doesn't matter.
I want to hear what happened.
No. I just talked about the fights. I'm giving you... No, don't give it. No. Get rid of AJ. No. I don't even want... No, it's okay, AJ. You're back. But listen, I'm doing, in honor of you, AJ, because I thought I lost you, my fallen soldier, I'm doing a 5-fight main card parlay, okay? I'll give you my parlay. You tell me what you think about my main card picks, and then you could give me yours, okay? Khamzat Chimaev, minus 800 for the win. Joshua Van over Tatsuro Taira, plus 130, champion defends. Bobby Green, minus 375 over Jeremy Stevens. Joaquin Buckley, plus 135 over Sean Brady. And Alexander Volkov, minus 150 over Waldo Cortez Acosta. It is a plus 1184 parlay. 20 gets you 256.74. That's not too bad. You like that?
Well, I like some of it.
Yeah.
But
some of it you don't.
Some of it I don't like, but I'm glad I'm back. I feel like I was in the TV show Lost there. I was gone. I was like trying to talk to you.
Our excellent production team fixed it for you. I don't know what happened.
They did. Yeah, I rebooted the freaking thing. Oh. But the thing is this. I'm telling you, this was funny.
Reboot.
Behind the scenes, people don't
always reboot. Yeah.
That's what she said. So here, I think that's good. That's a pretty good payout.
Yeah.
Actually, for $20. Not bad.
I like it.
So here, let me give you my picks.
Okay.
And I'm going with like pure emotion here, but I feel this is going to be the biggest upset of UFC history, even more than Khabib and Conor. So I'm going with Sean Strickland. I think Sean Strickland is going to pull it off on Saturday night. I think it's going to be a crazy rematch in the making, but Sean Strickland is taking it on Saturday night.
Wow.
Then I'm going to go with the very first Japanese champion of, I think, ever, right? Think
in
about
UFC,
it, Dave.
Yes.
Yes. So
in
since UFC,
sure.
modern, well, even from
Maybe
UFC
ever.
1, I can't recall.
No,
I think ever, dude.
Yeah, I think you're
has
right.
to be in Pride. In Pride, there was. So if Tatsuro Taira pulls it off, Japan will have their Shogun. Japan will have their man that they've never had. I mean, history of
Mauricio
Japan
Hua?
has. Well, he's not really Japanese, dude.
No, but
He's
said
like half
Shogun.
Brazilian.
You're talking about they have their own Mauricio Hua?
No, I'm
Shogun
talking about
Hua?
the history of the Shoguns, man. You know,
when you say
Japanese
Shogun,
samurais.
to me, I just think of Shogun Hua, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point there. No, I'm talking Shogun, man. Real samurais. So Tatsuro Taira will be the first ever Japanese UFC champion. And not to take away from Joshua Van. I think Joshua Van is amazing. But just the way he won, man, it was very hard for me to swallow because the Panther, man, the way he posted back, it's a basic 101 in jiu-jitsu. You never keep that arm straight when you're trying to to block like a takedown. If you want to have your arm broken, take a look at that footage. This is what you don't do, kids. So it was a good fight by Joshua Van, but I don't think it was the most legitimate title win. But this Tatsuro Taira he's a beast, and you can see him coming up. He's like a shark in water. He's just roaming and roaming. And I think Joshua Van's going to be an amazing fighter. But I think on Saturday night, man, there's going to be 2 titles being changed. And I think it's happening, man. And I'm going with Tatsuro Taira. Then I'm going to go the other way. I think Volkov is like everything you would expect for Volkov to win. But this Waldo Cortez Acosta, man, he's something, man. Powerful. He's a former boxer. He's got everything. The only thing is that he doesn't have a 6'7" size. Other than that, dude, it's gonna be sick. I think I'm gonna go with Waldo on that.